Whitney Simpson. We're going to talk this purple eyeshadow look. It is a 4-color look. I'm going to show you how to apply these 4 shades, but I'm also going to share a few variations with you in case you're not into this much purple and you want a little bit more of a neutral look. So I have my shades right here. Let me show you what I've got. So I've got Lullaby. This is Eternal, Kin, and Venus. Like I said, as I apply, I will be sharing a couple variations that will give you just a few options. Now, before I apply any eye look, first of all, I always do my eyes before my face, but today I went ahead and did my face. But when I do my eyes, I always apply a primer. Now, for me personally, I just use my concealer shade because it's already in my makeup palette. But if you have your own eyeshadow primer or eyelid primer, go ahead and use it. It's just gonna help prolong your look. It's gonna be a little bit tacky, so it's gonna help them stay into place, the shadows. But also, if you're someone that has a little bit of discoloration on your lid, about right here, I have a little blue and purple discoloration. That kind of neutralizes that. So when I use my shadows, the actual color of the shadow is being seen versus competing with this underlying discoloration. So I highly, highly, highly recommend using a primer. I'm gonna use this brush right here. This is the Eyeshadow Brush by Seint. It has a nice blending side of the brush, longer bristles. It's really good for blending. It does not pick up as much product as this side of the brush that has shorter, more dense bristles. We'll talk about each side as we apply, but having a really good brush option for your eyeshadows can make or break your look. All right, so we're gonna start with Lullaby. This is obviously a well-loved shade in my palette, but we're gonna start here. I'm gonna use the blending side to apply. The only reason I really enjoy using the blending side is because, again, it doesn't pick up as much product. So as I'm applying this to my crease, I'm going to be able to build up the color versus applying too much, not being able to blend it out, and then kind of looking like I have a black eye. So I'm gonna apply this to the crease right here, and then I'm going to blend upward. Do you see how far back I'm holding on my brush? If I hold right here, wherever I put that brush, that's where a majority of the product is gonna be. If I hold further back, it's gonna give me a softer blend. It's gonna come out smoother and nicer, and it's gonna be a really good gradient of color versus harsh transitions between each shade. Now, this shade here, Lullaby, is gonna go in the crease. I've got my mirror right here. I love to apply, and I highly recommend applying your shades with your eyes open. Hi, you guys, I hope you're having a great day. Apply your shades with your eyes open. That way you can see what they're going to look like as you go throughout the day. When you create this eyeshadow look with your eye closed and then you open, it oftentimes disappears and you're like, wait a second, what happened? Also, if you're someone that has a hooded eye, basically where this part of your lid is down a little bit, you are gonna run the risk of losing the shadow that you just applied. Hi, you guys, how are you? You're gonna run the risk of losing it, but if you apply it with your eye open, you can see exactly where it is, and again, blending upward. Now, when I blend, guess what? I leave a little space right here underneath my brow. That's just gonna give me a lifted look. You guys, I am 38 years old. So anyway, hi you guys, how are you? Anything that I can do with my makeup to help give a more lifted look, I'm going to do it. Okay, so I've got Lullaby right here. I'm gonna flip over to the more dense side of the brush, tap into that Lullaby again. I'm gonna carry that eyeshadow underneath the eye here. That's just gonna create a little bit of a shadow under the eye. It's gonna give the illusion that I have lined my eye, but it's a softer look for you, especially if you're someone that is a little bit older. You guys, you're gonna want this softer look versus this harsh black liner. All right, so then I'm gonna tap into a darker color here. Do you see this shade here? This is Eternal. You guys, if you don't have this shade because it is only available in the month of June, hi you guys, how are you? You can trade it out for other shades by Seint that are available year round. Coco is a good one, Revival. I did put it in the caption of this video. So I'm gonna take this darker shade. Now, when I apply my darker shades to the outer corner, I always use the fluffy side of the brush. That way I don't add too much too quickly and end up with too much makeup on my face and you can't blend it out and you look like you've got a black eye or whatever. So we're gonna take it and just apply it to this outer 1/3. How I apply mine, I literally just stamp it on to get the color off the brush, and then I will come back in with my mirror, and then I'm gonna softly blend it in. Again, the goal is having a smooth transition between shades versus these harsh transitions between colors. And I will tell you the difference between some of these people who are like makeup artists and all of these things, and maybe how you are doing your makeup if you're someone who's not confident in your eyeshadow. It's the amount of time that they are spend blending. You guys, blending is the key to eyeshadow, taking the time to blend it out. So I'm just gonna sit here and blend it out to where I have a nice transition. I'm gonna flip over the brush just like this, and I'm gonna carry that color underneath the eye. Again, you guys, if you're someone who is, I would say over the age, we're gonna say over the age of, I'm over the age of 35, but let's say at least 40, 45. If you're using the black, hi you guys, how are you? If you're doing the black liner on the top lid and the bottom lid, you guys, that's how I grew up. That's how everyone did our makeup. Guys, you can still do that, and I love you for it. But if you want something a little bit more, black eyeliner that's really harsh is, dare say, an aging technique. If you want something a little bit softer, do a little shadow under your eye here, and it's gonna give the same illusion, but it's a little bit softer. Okay, I'm gonna take my third color here. You guys, this is the first shimmer shade I'm using. All of these have been matte. We are going to do a shimmer. Okay, so when I do my shimmers, I use my finger. All right, hi you guys. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna close my eye. I'm gonna put this color on top of what I've already done. So right here in the outer 1/3. The reason why I use my fingers is because you can just pack on more color. If you use a brush, it will absorb your shimmer shadows, and you're gonna be wasting a lot of product because you're gonna be dipping your brush into your makeup, applying it, dipping it, applying it, and it's just going to waste a ton of makeup. So here you go, save your money-saving tip. Apply your shimmer with a finger and then blend it in softly, just like such. This is one of my favorite shades. It's called Kin, K-I-N by Seint. Hands down, a beautiful shade. I love it for the outer corner, but I'm even gonna take it on the dense side of my brush and do this number right here. And again, remember I was saying I was creating that shadow. Now, I've got my lightest and brightest right here. This is a Venus. If you are one that doesn't like the purple and you would rather a more neutral, Sabrina and Drift by Seint are two other options that are gonna give you the brightness, but not the purple. So if you're someone that's like, I really like this, but I need it to be a little bit more neutral, then you can totally swap out for a more neutral shimmer that just gives you a little less of the purple. Okay, now again, for me, I don't do the harsh black liner. I do a technique called Tightlining. I just have my liner right here in my compact, like such. I'm gonna use this little teeny tiny brush. This is the Etch brush by Seint. Tightlining, all you're doing is this number right here. You're literally just applying eyeliner to your waterline. It's gonna give the illusion that you're wearing eyeliner. It's gonna give the illusion that your lashes are full, but it's not gonna be the harsh black line that's going to make your eyes appear smaller. It's not gonna be the harsh black line that is a little bit more aging. And especially if you're someone that has a hooded eye, this is a really, really good technique to try to still look like you've got eyeliner, but not have the harshness. Okay, we're gonna take a little bitty brush. Like I said, I usually do my eyes before I do my makeup, but we're gonna take a brush just to make sure we clean up right here. You guys have to let me know what you think of this look right here. I'm gonna soften that up just a little bit. I can already see it looks a little bit different on camera than it does in my mirror, but I'm gonna soften that up just a bit, throw on a little mascara, and you'll have to tell me if this is a look that you think yay or nay, you would wear it, no, you would not. But thanks guys for hanging out with me. My name is Whitney. If you've never hung out with me before, I am someone who is not a trained makeup artist, but I absolutely love makeup. I think that there's trends and fads and all these things that are great and wonderful, but it's such a subjective thing. It's such a way for you to be creative. I truly think that no one needs makeup. But if you are someone that likes to wear makeup and you just don't feel confident in your application, I do simple tutorials to just help you feel confident in your application. Do you have to do these colors? No, but if you have 4 colors and you don't know how to apply them, this is one kind of a blueprint on some ways that you can apply your shadows. So thank you so much, you guys, for hanging out with me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.